fans, haters, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, like and subscribe to hang out with me some more. And my name is Erica, in case you want to know. I'm right now at my mom's house, and it is New Year's Eve, and I figured let's just do like a get ready with me. I had some questions on my Instagram, so we're gonna go through those, but obviously I'm dressed like this, so gonna shower and then do my hair, then makeup while answering some cues. And by the magic of YouTube, I will be back in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. You may be asking yourself, Erica, nothing's much is different. Well, surprise, because took a shower, did my hair, and yeah. Oh, actually, first things first, pop on some moisturizer, Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I think I actually just talked about this in one of my recent favorites vids. I did not get a new one for Christmas, but that's okay because I still have plenty, but I did get a bunch of other moisturizers, so I'm excited to try those out. I always like to moisturize first before I do anything because then we gotta handle these curls. I'm also wearing my sleeper again because I don't know what to wear. I don't know if I want to wear this fancy black dress or this fancy red dress. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, what are you doing? Go follow me on Instagram. I've worn this dress before in other colors, but I don't know. Just not sure what I'm feeling for the vibe. Gonna do my hair. Gonna start with Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft Curls, and then also use Multicultural Curls. These are my favorite two products right now. If I had a kind of more gel-based product, I would have also probably used that. And as you can see, I just basically do this. Just really make sure I get it in between all the layers. The hardest part for me is always like up top to make sure I get it all the way down to the root. And I make sure I just get it all up in there. I know a lot of my friends with curls, they do something called plopping. I don't really do plopping, like legit, but I do something kind of similar. And now again, like I just said, going in with the Multicultural Curls. And yeah, so my hair care routine, literally the easiest probably you'll ever see. Like I think I can literally do the whole thing in about 2 minutes if I'm trying, especially like, I've like done it on an Instagram story before, so yeah. I don't know, it's a minute, 2 minutes, I don't know. But I can do it very quickly. And I just do this, make sure I get it all the way to the root as much as possible. I know, again, when you plop, that's when the curls all the way in the middle get really nice and done. I feel like that probably looked really creepy if you stopped it. And then flip my hair over. I again kind of brush it with my fingers, just like this, to kind of again get rid of that part and make sure the product gets all the way down to that root. Do this. Yeah? Okay, so like I was saying, I just kind of fluff it around, make sure again that everything gets in, and I give it a few scrunches, but then instead of like plopping like everyone does, I just kind of toss it up in a loose bun on the top of my head, and we'll just let it sit there as I do my makeup. So gotta get the product off my fingers though. First things first, gonna use a little bit of vitamin C cream from Tarte. And the first question that I have is, what does a self-care evening look like for you? So self-care, I feel like can be a bunch of different things. For me, it definitely tends to be a mixture of, well, there are the days where it's more like spa night, like doing a face mask and really taking time to take care of myself in that way, like, doing a bath with a bath bomb, face mask. Sometimes for me it might be more like a yoga session, really listening to my body, taking that time to kind of care for my body also. Another way though, sometimes it's just like in spending time with myself. I've had self-care like days, especially on a Sunday. And also now I'm using concealer. Self-care days where it's more like, I don't know, for me, I love being outdoors. So a lot of times a self-care day for me might be like spending time outside in like nature, when it's nice out. a lot of times also it's like spending time with myself and my thoughts, like journaling and reading. That's a big one as well, especially with like a nice warm comforting beverage. Another question is, when do you feel prettiest? I actually have no idea. There are times where I feel like prettiest like this, if I'm in like big baggy sweatpants, hair up, like when my skin's feeling clear especially. But then there are also times when I feel like my prettiest when I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see. Advice to any girls struggling to juggle fitness, school, work, and friends. So I definitely can relate to that a lot. I'm also just now using Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. It's my favorite. It's like basically a very light foundation, but it's also moisturizing, but provides a decent amount of coverage. It is hard. I think it's a lot of prioritizing yourself is a big part of like that. It's a matter of finding the right balance for you. It's hard, honestly. I definitely have said I've in the past really struggled with that, because it's kind of like, what are you prioritizing? And that's what you need to figure out. Are you prioritizing your friends and time with the friends? But obviously you should prioritize yourself. You should always prioritize yourself a little bit more. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with, is again prioritizing themselves as much as they prioritize their time with other people. I feel like this color isn't quite matching me right now. I don't know if it's the light or if it's just the fact that I'm a different shade from when I bought this. I think a good thing is like finding, again, a schedule. So if it's between finding time, which I've definitely been there. I remember in college or like kind of earlier on in my fitness journey, it's hard to find the balance depending on where you are. I mean, I'm out of school, so I work a 9 to 5. I actually worked 2 jobs for a long time before the pandemic. So you again have to find that balance of, what time are you gonna work out? Again, making that schedule, figure out your split. I personally am on a push-pull legs split and I love it. So I've got an active rest day on Wednesday and the full rest day on Sunday. So I'm really in there, good 5 solid sessions. But then the active rest is gonna be like yoga. Obviously schoolwork, if you're in school, is really important, prioritizing your schoolwork and that time. But again, it's hard to say, but the biggest thing is write it down, make a schedule, and commit to it. There are times where, I definitely had to say no to hang out with my friends, because I knew like, okay, well, if I go on a night out drinking with my girlfriends, then I'm not gonna be up and ready for my gym session tomorrow. Or again, if you wanna go out drinking, maybe go out for having 1 or 2 drinks, make sure you get home early, still have a good night's sleep, go to the gym a little bit later. It's hard to say, but it's all about trying to find what you need and prioritizing that for yourself. Okay, so next question is, how do you stay motivated and committed? I struggle so much with motivation. Girl, same. So also I'm doing eyeshadow. It's festive in it. So this is a palette by Tarte that I have. It's called eyeshadow palette. That's helpful. How do you stay motivated? Okay, so motivation is really freaking hard. I'm not gonna lie. There are times where I'm really motivated, but I think, and then, there are times where I'm like, no, F this, I don't want to do anything. So you have to find your why. Is it that you want to be healthier? Is it specifically for weight loss? For me, it's a combo. I want to be healthier. I want to lose weight so that one day down the line, hopefully when I have kids, I can run and jump and don't have to worry about, being out of breath and things like that. I know I personally have a lot of different, I guess, diseases and things that run in the family. Yes? I've got a lot of, diseases and types of things that run in the family. So, especially like diabetes. Obviously, diabetes is both hereditary, but also type 2 diabetes you can get very easily just from not taking care of yourself. So I want to minimize those types of extra risks as much as possible. Live a long and healthy and crazy active life. Did you see my leg? That got so high. Wow, okay. Are you going by again? Ruining the vlog. But so it's a matter of finding your why. For me, it's a big thing that for my mental health also plays a huge role into how I keep myself motivated, because I've struggled so much with mental health over the last, handful of years. And I'm gonna go in with this kind of, it's darker, but it's still sparkly, so I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen. I've struggled a lot with mental health over the last few years, and so fitness helps me so much with that. So, if I'm ever having a down day where I'm not feeling that motivated, there are those days where you listen to your body. If you're not feeling it, it might be for a reason. Sometimes pushing yourself through a workout when you're really not feeling it is even worse, because you might not be focused, you might have, increase your chance of injury because you're not totally focused and in the zone. But my thing is that for me, fitness is so important to my mental health. I feel so good after every workout. Even if it was a shitty workout, I feel so great after. But the thing is also, don't feel bad about missing a workout. It's really not the biggest deal. You're not going to lose progress and whatnot. If you're ever struggling with keeping motivated, finding different ways to keep yourself accountable is always a big thing as well. I find that the more I write things down, or if I'm using a plan, I use my Coach School, the more I really stick to the plan, the more consistent I am. If it's written down, I'm way more likely to do it than if I'm just yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the gym. No, literally write a list, time it out, write the workout out, because then, if I get excited about the workout that I'm gonna do, because it's written down, then if I'm at the moment where I'm you know what, no, maybe, but I'm you know what, no, I'm gonna do some deadlifts today. That's what I have written today, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know, for me, it really works. I don't know, also this is what my eyes are doing. It's good enough. I'm just going to my brother's house, not a big deal again. Alright, wait, completely got sidetracked on that question. Let's get out another one. Sugar and biscuits. Okay, so this one's a little bit more random. Favorite brunch meals. Sugar. Oh, I broke it! So, favorite brunch meals. That's actually a good question. I haven't been to brunch in so long. There used to be a place by me, which they actually closed because of COVID. They had this delicious brunch burger. Just doing my eyebrows now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I love it because it's got you can't really see because of the angle, but it's got a triangular brush, and then it's got a little triangular applicator, I guess, and then a brush at the other end so you can zhuzh them up. I used to always love getting a brunch burger, which is basically just a burger with a fried egg and bacon on it. My brother a few years ago had a restaurant, and he had a breakfast poutine, and I tend to recreate that in breakfast bowls, if that makes sense. So usually having something with potato being a fried potato specifically, or french fries being the base, cheese, egg, maybe a veg or two on there as well, but that's really good. There's this place in Manhattan, it's so good. They have a breakfast pizza, and that's delicious. They're not amazing, obviously, but I really don't, I'm not fussy about any of this really that often. I'm just not. But I just give them a little bit of a fluff up, I guess. A lot of people do really fluffy brows. I just kind of give them a fill in and make sure that they look somewhat even, but whatever. Funny, this next question is, what mascara do you use? Your lashes are always popping. Well, 1, thank you. But 2, I actually don't wear mascara that often, ever. In general, I really have naturally very curly eyelashes. I have not had makeup on in probably about 5 or 6 days. And I've washed my face 1,000 times. But I just have very naturally long and curly eyelashes, and obviously my hair is pretty dark, so it's just an overall good combination, I'm not gonna lie. I've been blessed. It's gonna start with this Opening Act Lash Primer by Tarte. If you haven't noticed, a lot of my makeup is Tarte. I've been loving them lately. And then Lights Camera Lashes. I know Whitney Simmons actually talked about investing in a lash primer, and this one was on sale one time, so I was okay, why not? And basically, you just put it on, and it kind of shows up white at first, and then you're supposed to, right away, then do your mascara. I know I feel like people's mascara faces are always so funny. I mean, I'm looking at you when I probably should be looking at myself, but I tend to do like a, look at the difference. Wow. A very commonly asked question, which this is a good segue into, is do I have a boyfriend? A few people asked that, and specifically one gal who I believe she's actually in my coach school with me. She actually knows a bit about that. So, question is, do I have a boyfriend? Answer, yes, I do. You might have just seen him, and you might have seen him in another video, but I don't really mention. But yes, I do have a boyfriend. His name is Charlie. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't talk about him much on like Instagram. If you're in like a private Facebook group with me, or if we're having like a conversation in my DMs, I feel like I definitely talk about him to people, but don't talk about him that much outright on stories, just because I'm slightly private about that. But at the same time that I show him in things, I just don't address who he is. Also, I'm using this blush by NARS. It's called Lovejoy. I love it. It's like nicely pigmented, but not too much. Yeah, I guess I could probably go into like way more detail about that, but that is all I'm going to talk about right now about him. I guess I can do like a whole relationship type of Q&A maybe another time. Let me know if you would like to see that. Excuse me.
I'm the talk of the town.
Yes. Okay, can you hush up over there? So, alright, last few questions I'm going to do. So, random, but how old are you? Love you, girly. I love you too. My caffeine queen. I am 24 years I am 24 years of age. I'll be 25. Oh my god, it sounds so weird. I'll be 25 in June. I'm a Gemini, so you know what that means. Two halves, constantly in battle. So, now this is actually not by Tarte, this is by MAC. Also, my blush was by NARS. I don't remember if I said that, but this is a really nice blush. It's like, oh no, highlight, but it's so nice. It used to have a little snowflake in the middle, but I always do, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little on the nose. Sometimes I'll just do that. I think it looks kind of cool. Also, I give my chin. You're in the shot.
Oh, sorry.
I do my chin a bit now, which I now just did a lot because got distracted. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'll be 25 this coming summer. So stay tuned, June 5th. What's up? And then, okay, last question is from, Jess, who is also a OG supporter, comments on all my vids. Love you, girl. What's your best moment in the gym? So that's a hard one because I think for me, I have tons of good moments in the gym, but I feel like anytime you hit, like, for me, I love lifting. So for me, anytime I hit like a really heavy, really big lift, or if I do a lift at a weight, but I do more reps than usual, that's when I probably walk off being like, yeah, I just did that. Or like if you kind of push yourself through it where you're like halfway through the lift and you're about to give up, and then you're like, no, I got this. That's when I feel the best. So like today I hit a PB actually, doing conventional deadlifts at 205. I've done them for the most reps I've ever done. Usually I do sumo deadlifts. If you see my Instagram videos, I definitely do a lot more sumo deadlifts compared to like conventional style, and that's where my feet are, if that makes sense to you. But yeah, conventional did a lot more. I think I kind of had like a little bit of a strongman moment. I'm watching a lot of strongman videos, and we have a new one to watch today, don't we? And so kind of pushing through myself. Oh, actually, it's another thing too. Anytime we're lifting heavy, we're always like, let's go, Brian. Come on, Brian. Because that's what Brian Shaw, that happens in like every competition or things before Brian Shaw has a big lift. That's just, they all grunt, and it's really funny, but it kind of gets you like, all like, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So, for me, my best moment in the gym is when I hit a PB, or if I hit a lift that I didn't think I could do. The other day also I kind of had a really good one, was it was assisted, but I did a pull-up which I haven't been able to do a pull-up. The last time I did pull-up was like probably over a year ago when I was actually able to do it. But now, you know, as I get stronger, but also as I lose more weight, it gets a little bit easier, and I'm just getting stronger. So, all right, so let's just finish this up. Let's do some lipstick. I think I'm gonna go for a kind of more neutral, because I still don't know which dress I want to wear. So I'm gonna go for 5 O'Clock by Tarte. I love it. A little bit more neutral, and I'm actually gonna pop this kind of gloss on top of it. It does make it a little bit darker, but gives it a little bit more of a pop. Cute, right? I don't know about you, but I know I've kind of gone through like phases with lip gloss. When I was a kid, I had like every Lip Smackers lip gloss under the sun, and then when I got like more mature and adult, I got way more into like matte lipsticks, and this lip gloss is actually the first one, and there's another one actually by Tarte, but these two like lip glasses, H2O gloss, first type of thing I've used in a long time, and I don't know, I'm starting to like the kind of glossy vibe again. Okay, I'm gonna take my hair down, decide which dress I'm gonna wear, then I'll show you the final result. Bye-bye.